Hey there guys, it's the Ramos Online, bringing you some more footage of my trick room, because why not? I'll tell you why not, you guys are getting tired of it. So I'm going to make this the last trick room battle, if I can talk, for the near future. I obviously will be doing it in the future, but for now, this is going to be the last one. So I lead with Aromatase and Plum the Gorgeist, as Kangaskhan does not Mega Evolve and goes for the Fake Out onto my Gorgeist, and my Aromatase from his Meowstic. So he goes for the double Fake Out. I do not see the reason for this, as there was no, he wasn't going to break any sashes. I don't really see a reason for it at all, other than to get some chip damage, which won't be doing much in the long run. So Kangaskhan Mega Evolves. I was assuming it was going to go for the Sucker Punch onto my Gorgeist. His Meowstic does get up the Safeguard. I was really hoping it was not going to be a safeguarding Meowstic, but it was. So my Will-O-Wisp is not going to go onto that Kangaskhan, but my Aromatase is going to survive the return, and I will be able to safely get up my Trick Room. So with the Trick Room up, I know that I will be moving first, apart from the Prankster from the Meowstic, but honestly, I didn't think it was going to use Charm on either of these Pokemon, and he actually decides to switch the Meowstic out, going into his Garchomp. Now I knew that my Aromatase was probably going to faint this turn, so I wanted to get some chip damage on the Meowstic, but he actually brings in the Garchomp, which means that I'm going to be doing a lot of damage to that as I go for the Phantom Force. I'm actually going for Phantom Force onto that Meowstic slot, which obviously will be hitting the Garchomp. First Blood is, of course, claimed by Kangaskhan as my Aromatase goes down. Not too worried about this, because I do still have my Gorgeist, who is my backup Trick Room setter. So I'll bring in my Therophorn, knowing he wouldn't really want to hit my Therophorn with anything like any physical move, really. The only thing he could really hit me with is Earthquake, but Garchomp actually goes for the Protect this turn, perhaps expecting me to, my Gorgeist to be going for the attack on him. But obviously, Phantom Force does go through Protect, so that Garchomp is going down, as my Gyro Ball is swallowed up by the Rotom Wash switch-in. Gorgeist does take some damage from Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin, but that isn't too much to worry about, as I am going to claim the life of the Garchomp. He switches in the Meowstic here, as he goes for the Fake Out onto my Therophorn, although he is going to be dealing quite a bit of damage to himself, because I do have the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet. So he's doing about a third or a quarter of his health just from that Fake Out, as I'm going to get off the Stab Seed Bomb onto the Rotom, and my Gorgeist is, not adamant, is brave, so that will be taking that out in one hit. Maximum HP, maximum attack stat. So he goes into the Kangaskhan. I predicted him to go for that Sucker Punch, but for some reason I still went for an attack thinking I could survive, because Gorgeist is very tanky, but clearly I'm not going to be able to survive that hit. Gorgeist does faint, and my Therophorn is able to get off a Gyro Ball onto the Kangaskhan, and you're going to see just how much damage that does. That is a 2-hit KO onto that Kangaskhan, and there is nothing he can do back to me. He is going to go for the Psyshock onto my Therophorn, doing next to no damage, as my Trick Room does finally end. At this point, there's no real need for Trick Room anymore, because his Kangaskhan could just hide behind Sucker Punch, and the Meowstic has Prankster. But I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution. I get off the Intimidate, which is great, because that means that Kangaskhan is definitely not much of a threat anymore. My Mawile is going to go for the Protect here. I kind of wanted to see if this Meowstic had Charm, and he does reveal the Charm, but he goes into the Mawile, and my Gyro Ball is going to go off right into that Kangaskhan. It did try to double target my Mawile as well. So down that thing goes, and my opponent is going to forfeit here. So as I said at the beginning of the video, this is going to be the last Trick Room team battle I show until I get my capture card at the very least. So if my phone could stop buzzing, I'll put that on silent. So what I'm thinking about doing before my capture card comes is more guide videos based using Showdown. So what I want you guys to do is leave in the comment section below the Pokemon you want to see me make more viable. And I mean, go crazy, suggest the most craziest things, and I will pick the crazy ones up, and I will see if I can make them hypothetically work. I might even do some Showdown battles while I wait for my capture card. But until the next video, guys, that'll be all from me. So if you like what you saw, remember to like and favourite, and if you haven't already, I'd love it if you could subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.